Hello, it's Tuesday the 18th of December and this is my latest EuroMillions video. Nobody won the jackpot on Friday. It was still machine free and set of balls 5, which is the machine and set of balls that they're using this month. So it will probably be the same for tonight's draw. These are the winning numbers. So 5 people got 5 main numbers and 1 star, but nobody won the jackpot. So tonight 82 million, and this is my analysis of draw 1172. So first of all, these are all the most outstanding numbers in this column. And these are the numbers that came out, and then these are all the numbers that stood out with those numbers, and these are all the coincidences. So if you looked at the chart for machine free, since the star numbers went up to 12, you would have noticed that main number 29 was most overdue for its frequency. And then if you looked at the chart for number 29, all machines and sets of balls, since the star numbers went up to 12, you would have noticed that star number 2 was most overdue for its frequency. And then looking at star number 2, 38 is most frequent with that star number. And with set of balls 5, star number 12 is most frequent with star number 2, and vice versa. Star number 2 was most overdue for its frequency with star number 12 and machine free, and they were both most overdue for the frequency with each other and machine free and set of balls 5 as well. And also with machine free and star number 2, 44 most frequent. So looking at 38, that points back to star number 2 as most frequent, and looking at 44, same again. Now there was nothing pointing to main number 12 or main number 42, so those numbers came out anyway. 44 was most frequent with 12, and star number 12 was most overdue for its frequency with number 42 and machine free and set of balls 5, and also star number 2. So that's all the coincidences. And I'll just show you a chart. So this is what a chart looks like, and actually this is what it looks like now that those numbers have come out. You see there at the bottom now, that's the most recent result down there at the bottom. Now number 50 is the most frequent number, and if you measure the area of this rectangle from the bottom corner to the number, and if you do that for every number, you'll find that the one for number 50 is the one with the largest area, so that means it's most overdue for its frequency basically. And on the star numbers side, and if we just go back as far as when the star numbers went up to 12, similarly star number 4 is most overdue for its frequency. So I'm picking number 50 for my entry into tonight's draw, and I'm picking star number 4 as well, so you can see why. And number 50 is still most overdue for its frequency looking at more recent history as well, since the star numbers went up to 12. So Number 50 is also the number to use on the one number up pick strategy. So now this is the third draw where number 50 has been the number that is most overdue for its frequency. And if you look back through the draw history since the up picks began, these are all, you see, this is your balance and this is what it would have gone up to by now, but at some point it would have gone quite low. However, the up picks didn't begin until draw 1080. So if you'd started using this strategy since the up picks began, started with £6, the most you would have ever had to bet on one single draw is £15, and your balance would now be up to £93.50. So seems to work. So far so good. So basically at the moment it's saying put one line on number 50. So for £1.50 buy a one number up pick on number 50. If you win, you will win £10. So that'd be nice. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be putting a one number up pick on number 50. And also, if we look at the analysis without coincidences, so I can turn that off. So at the moment you can see number 50 pops up 3 times on the analyzer, and we've also got some other outstanding numbers, such as for machine 3 and set balls 5, it's number 6 that is most overdue for its frequency. Also keep an eye on the most overdue numbers, such as 16 for that one, 35, 10, 22, and then we've also got number 30 standing out with set balls 5, 49 and 39 with machine 3, and then on the star number side, star number 4 comes up quite a lot. So even at the deepest level, when we'll narrow it down to the individual machine and set of balls, it's still number 4. So let's have a look at numbers paired with star number 4. So that's pointing to 49, which is also most overdue for its frequency with machine 3. So maybe 49 is a good choice as well. And so 49 points to these numbers. Let's see what 50 points to. So 50 is pointing to 48. Quite a lot. So let's look at 48. And I notice that points to 41, and if I remember correctly, number 6 also points to 41. So you can see why I'm going to put these numbers on. And let's see which star number. Star number 9 with machine 3 set of balls 5, and star number 4 also stands out with some of the other numbers as well. So let me just see what numbers I put on in the last draw. So this was my ticket in the last draw. I'm going to be putting the same numbers on again in this draw. So I'm also putting a one number up pick on number 50, and maybe a one number up pick on number 6, because I know it's going to be machine 3 and set of balls 5. I know it's 16 most overdue, and I know that 27 stands out with 16, so I might put that on. In fact, I always put a 2-number optic on 16 and 27, and the reason why is because looking at the 2-number optic strategy, it's actually been 1,000 or something draws since 16 and 27 came out together. And if you look at these numbers, they're ridiculously high numbers, because that pair is the most overdue pair. Oops. Now, where was I? Right, if I look at a chart for 16, you can see 27 came out with 16 way back in draw number 12, and we're now up to draw 1172, and the average gap between occurrences of 2 numbers is 122 draws. So it's like 10 times more overdue than what it should be, really. So that's a good pair anyway. But I will leave you with a quick look at the chart. So that's for all machines and sets of balls. This is the chart for machine 3. I'll just zoom in on that a bit. So for machine 3, it looks like that, and that's what the star numbers look like. Now for set of balls 5, looks like this. Oh, number 10 seems to be quite overdue on that. I notice number 4 is most overdue and most overdue for its frequency with set of balls 5. So that's where all the numbers are on that chart. Now finally, machine 3 and set of balls 5 together looks like that. So that's an interesting looking chart. I notice we've got these little columns of numbers stacked up in various places. Now to me, I've looked at a lot of different charts, and I know that when we get this formation, it's because something is massively overdue, and I think it's something to do with number 16. So I think tonight could actually be the draw where 16 and 27 finally come out together. So if we just look at a chart for numbers paired with 16, there's only one draw where 16's come out with machine 3 and set of balls 5. So that's narrowing it down too much. So 22 stands out with 16 as well. So does star number 11. Now set of balls 5. For that chart it looks like that. I notice 39 is one of the most frequent, and it also stands out on the analyzer with machine 3 recent history. So that's interesting. So the chart for 16 and 27 will only have one draw on it. So yeah, 16 and 27 together are 50 for the 1-number optic strategy. So anyway, that's about all I've got time for in this video, because you know I've just finished work, I haven't had my tea yet, so I'm going to wrap it up and put my tickets on and then forget about it until I find out the results. So good luck with that and bye for now.